Welcome back. Emei Mountain in Sichuan province is one of China's 4 famous mountains of Buddhism. With its picturesque scenery and Taoist and Buddhist temples, it has been a popular subject of photographers. Writers too have been fascinated with Emei Mountain, especially those in the martial arts genre. Emei even has its own school of Kungfu. Rather like the mountain itself with its cloud-covered peaks, Emei Kungfu is shrouded in considerable mystery.
Legend has it that a martial arts master lives in seclusion here. He can travel thousands of miles within a single day thanks to his miraculous ability to move swiftly and lightly. As a great swordsman, he can kill a person without leaving any trace. The spectacular and precipitous Emei Mountain provides martial arts novel writers with limitless scopes for their imagination. Today, the stories of the Kung Fu masters of Emei Mountain are nothing more than legend. But there's one old man who is part of both legend and reality. Wang Xu is 90 years old. Ever since he was a child, he has nurtured a wish that one day he would find the eminent monk Tong Yong on Emei Mountain. The wish first came to him in a dream when he was a boy. Wang Xu was born in a small village at the foot of Emei Mountain. The elders of the region claimed there were many immortals living deep in the mountain who had achieved their supernatural abilities through the practice of Emei Kungfu. The legend left a deep impression on Wang Xu. He knew that the first step to becoming an immortal was to practice Emei Kungfu. Wang Xu met a man who would influence his whole life. Kung Fu master Wu Zhicheng from the Emei School of Martial Arts. Although he taught numerous people, only 7 of them were his official students. The reasons for the small number of students were twofold. One was the high tuition fees, the other was the exacting standard he placed on his students. Every day, Wang Xu would stand outside Wu Zhicheng's house, imitating Wu Zhicheng as he taught his students. It wasn't long before Wu Zhicheng noticed the stranger. Impressed by his determination and talent, Wu agreed to teach Wang Xu for free. After Wang Xu had spent a year of basic training in the martial arts, his teacher decided he was ready to learn a unique style of boxing. Yuemen boxing is noted for the skill of punching at close range. Wang Xu is quite small, but his reactions are very fast. In his teacher's eyes, this made him ideal for learning Yuemen boxing. However, before he could pass on all his knowledge, Wu Zhicheng fell seriously ill. On his deathbed, Wu Zhicheng told Wang Xu that if he wanted to find the secret of immortality, he should go to Emei Mountain and seek an eminent monk whose name was Tong Yong. Although Wu Zhicheng had practiced martial arts for his whole life, he died in his 40s. For the first time, Wang Xu began to have doubts about immortality. Wang Xu has spent the past 70 years looking for the monk Tong Yong on Emei Mountain. There was a time when he even began to question whether the monk existed. Recently, he received news that monk Tong Yong had embarked on a period of self-cultivation at Baoguo Temple on Emei Mountain, and had cut off virtually all contact with the outside world. Wang Xu calculated that monk Tong Yong must be 108 years old by now. Emei Mountain is the place where people come to practice the Emei School of Martial Arts. As a young man, Wang Xu had spent 3 years at Wuyou Temple conducting self-cultivation. Afterwards, he focused on Yuemen boxing. Wang Jian is chairman of the Leshan Martial Arts Association and also a widely recognized master of the Emei School of Martial Arts. He has come to Wuyou Temple to discuss the martial arts with Wang. As the rightful inheritor of the Yuanmen boxing, Wang Xu is regarded as a figure of legend in martial arts circles. Now in his 90s, Wang Xu is highly respected by younger generations of martial artists. In the city of Leshan today, come rain or shine, Wang Xu can be seen teaching his special Qigong exercises. He passes on his own experience and knowledge to the local people, completely free of charge. In the course of a single decade, Wang Xu taught his Qigong exercises to more than 10,000 people. His optimism, his health, and his longevity are all reasons why so many people now follow him. The dream he had as a boy is, to Wang Xu, still an important episode in his past. Whenever he reminisces, Wang Xu is left with the feeling that the noblest thing in life is to have a broad mind.
我们人生一世啊，苦乐不均啊。国学诗人里边就曾经讲过，人生不如意事，常十之八九。因此，我们就不要为过去的过程的沧桑坎坷、烦恼事情来束缚了自己的思想，自然就胸襟开阔了。
It's said that total sincerity can move the heart of a rock. This may explain why the eminent monk Tong Yong, who had been living in seclusion, finally opened his door to Wang Xu. At that moment, Wang Xu's feelings were beyond the power of words to describe. His childhood dream had come true. Now, after all the years of searching, he could walk side by side with the 108-year-old monk and exchange views on the Ermei School of Martial Arts with the legendary master. Together, they could embark on a voyage of exploration into the mysteries of life.